Today we're gonna have a look at flat earthers that states this in the end of the video.
Okay, I hope I explained it better this time. I'm gonna go with no to the globe.
Today I will have a look at the video from Anthony Bear, and in this video he makes a debunk of a debunk of one of his video, and I can promise you this will be really stupid.
Okay, so here I am on YouTube and I'm going to try to find myself. So I type in Anthony Bear moon experiment. Now usually that works, right? So let's hit go. And there's no Anthony Bear moon experiment. In fact, what's kind of funny is you get a lot of stuff on flat earth. Flat earth.
YouTube's algorithm is based on what you are looking at usually. And of course it's flat earth.
Flat earth. You got Dan, Simon Dan. So that's kind of weird. What's the moon experiment got to do with flat earth? Okay, let's try to find it myself this way. Just type in my regular name. Ready? Go. Wow, I found myself. Look at this. Usually it takes a lot longer. Okay, Anthony Bear, here I am. Let's see any of my videos. I'm going to go with, oh, check this one out close, but there's a guy debunking my video.
And this is the result when I search his name.
Okay, so none of my videos. So you think there's a problem with the algorithm? I don't know. Okay, so let's click on this guy's video and debunk his video. Okay, so here's John, and John says I'm basically incorrect, and I'm going to show that I am correct. Now, if you should probably go watch my video, Daylight Proves Flat Earth, if you want to catch up to speed here. And let's see what John has to say.
Today we've got Anthony Bear, who, unlike Level Earth Observer, actually admits he's a flat earther.
Ooh, I'm a flat earther. That means I'm dumb.
You're a science-denying, reality-denying fool.
Yeah, but I actually like this guy. He's real calm. He explains himself very well.
So, apparently,
let's cruise up to here at 1 minute or so.
it's 99% of the world's
Right
guy's saying. Okay, but you gotta remember, it's not 99% of the world is in light. It's 99% of the world's population is in light. So I'm assuming, I could be wrong.
Okay, so he thinks I have the world population and the world itself mixed up. So let's go back to the daylight. Back to daylight right here. Okay. Now look, the whole world is lit up. 99% of the population and 99% of the world is lit up.
And he don't understand the scales of things on this earth. If you look at the Pacific Ocean, it's so big so all continents would fit in that sea.
In the bottom right corner, there's move it back over here. On the bottom right corner is Australia's not lit up, and New Guinea's not lit up. Papua New Guinea, and that's it. The whole world is lit up, and the whole 99%, the whole thing's lit up. So obviously, it's the same. Okay, let's go to 2 minutes.
Because I think it was named after the river there, the Moskva River, but I can't remember. So a lot of the population from Russia is on one side. China's also relatively close-ish. I mean, it might just be in light. They got America, who also might just be in light. I don't really know, but that's just my first instance. I will probably look it up.
So he doesn't really know, but he knows that I'm wrong.
Don't worry, Anthony. Most people knows that you are wrong.
Okay, let's cruise up to like 3 minutes or so.
Is in the beginning of a day or at the end of the day, and the opposite side of the world is on the opposite side. It's hard to view the scale of the world when it's in a picture or a map like it is shown there. Because it's a globe, you wrap that around a globe, the scales are going to change.
Okay, so he says my scale is wrong, but I'm using a globe as a model. So how can the scale be wrong?
You have several problems. For the first, that's a map that is a projection of a globe. It's not the globe you're looking at. The second one, when you did your experiment, you used a lamp and it was close to your globe. You don't understand how far away the sun is and how big it is.
That doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's go to like 4 minutes.
Stuff. Let's go back a bit. Right, so we're at 2:53. Let's go back a bit. So he is using a spotlight. As you can see, a very clear, definitive line there from his spotlight that's hitting it at one side. There's no fade, or almost no fade. But as we go back into the video a bit more, when we get to the news report, there you go, that bit. You can see, you can actually get my mouse, there we go. A bit of fade going through. Even their little graph is trying to show that the Earth is fading. I mean,
So he admits there's a fade. That's why the whole world is lit up. That's why 99% of the population is lit up, because of the fade.
Ever heard of dawn and dusk?
Okay, so now here's a model. Now, if the Earth was a flying ball through space, and the sun was shining on it, wouldn't there be a definitive line? Let's watch day and night from the ISS. Now, on the left side there, check how sharp that line is. Okay, let's cruise up to sunrise. Daylight coming. And it's green. I don't know why it's green.
Perhaps it's something you can't see in your basement. It's an ordinary northern light.
Okay, and wow, look at that sharp line. Whoa, that's what you expect, right? It'd be a sharp line.
It's obvious that you don't understand dawn and dusk. Why do you think you can see clearly outside before the sun is up?
Now, obviously, this video from the ISS is fake because it should have like a quarter of the globe fade in it. But there's no fade. That means when they photoshopped it, they forgot the fade.
All there.
Okay, so I created the model again, and this time I did it standing upright, so it'd be easier to understand maybe. And here's our little pencil line.
Interesting.
And we have to be 4.5 degrees off to make it be July 8th. So here's 11 o'clock, right, 11:15 UTC time.
Don't see
And
the problem.
here's our definitive line. Now what I'm saying is too much of the Earth is lit up to be on a globe.
The sun is not a small spotlight close to the globe.
All right, so here's our here's our definitive line. Now look at everything that's lit up past it. Japan would be lit up. Indonesia's lit up. On day and night, on timeanddate.com, you can't lie about when things are lit up and not. Indonesia, here it'd be lit up. Now let's cruise over to the other side. So here's our other definitive line. Half of this part of South America should be lit up. Half the United States should be lit up. Alaska should be lit up, but it doesn't make any sense on a ball.
This is the line where you can see the sun over the horizon. This yellow line is the line where it goes over to pitch black night. The area in between those two lines, it's dawn or dusk, or as you also can call it, different kinds of twilight. Let's have a look at Seattle, USA, which is located here for the same day, and the time 11:06, and UTC is 7 hours before, so this would be 04:06 in the morning in Seattle. As we see in this image, Seattle is in twilight. If you look here on the 4th of July, the sun will rise in Seattle 05:17. So the image I showed before shows the situation in Seattle 1 hour and 11 minutes before sunrise. And here we have the line at 05:17 in Seattle. And here we have a sun graph for that day for Seattle. It's only totally dark for 2 hours and 10 minutes. This image from Dubai is one great example of twilight.
That's what I'm saying. Let's look up Japan on the same day. At 7 p.m. is sunset, and almost 9 o'clock is twilight. Okay, here's our day and night line. 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock. Japan, sunset, 7 o'clock. And twilight is almost 9. So the light goes way past the day and night line.
Seattle is -7 hours from UTC and Tokyo is +8 hours UTC. It's twilight in Tokyo 3 hours and 36 minutes. In that time, the Earth have rotated about 52 degrees.
Where it should be. So it doesn't make any sense. Here's the Philippines. Sunset, 6:30 on the same day. Here's the Philippines. Look at 6:30. Sunset, way past the dividing line. Again.
A line made up by you. The sun is not a small spotlight close to the Earth. You flurfs don't understand distances and scale.
Okay, let's go back to John.
There we go. A bit of fade going through. Even their little graph is trying to show that the Earth is fading. I mean, technically this area is dark, you know, and that's got quite...
So he's showing you it's dark past the United States, and only half the United States should be lit up. So he's actually agreeing with me.
No, he's a bit wrong. It's not considered dark or night. It's twilight there.
A bit of population in. So just trying to expand this number to fit in because they're just about getting a little bit of light in there. And same on this side, I guess. I mean, to be fair, it is actually showing a lot of Russia in this graph, but you get my point. This isn't a perfect representation.
Okay, it says it's not a perfect representation, but this is dateandtime.com where they show daylight and night on they show daylight and night, and it also shows like sunset and sunrise. So everybody uses that to, or else it wouldn't work. So it's more accurate than he thinks.
And he did forget twilight. He didn't mention twilight.
They can't lie about day and night.
So maybe I could explain this better. But then again, I don't feel like I need to go too in depth on it because if you think about it, he believes in flat Earth. Now, they argue on a very...
Oh, he drilled me again. I actually think I'm more like a flat water. I think water's flat. I actually went on the ice and measured it. If you go, you can check out one of my videos, the 2-mile ice test. And I measured the ice for 2 miles and it's flat. It should have 32 inches of curve. And it doesn't. So I'm more like a flat waterer. Water lays scientifically flat.
So he's not a flat earther, he's a flat water. And how does that theory works on a globe?
Basis about how day and night works, and having 99% of the world in light is pretty much the only way flat Earth would work. The fact that we don't experience that every day is a problem to the flat Earth.
Now, John hasn't studied flat Earth much, and we say that the sun sets due to perspective, like it moves away from us.
Which don't work because the sun must speed up and slow down depending of season.
So he's saying that the whole Earth would be lit up.
Model. As demonstrated by him right now. Look, we got the spotlight If this was a ball of fire, like the sun, it would be spreading light in all directions. He's currently using a spotlight, which is creating those definitive lines that were also an issue before. But you can see his spotlight here. It should be covering the majority of the flat Earth, because the light would...
Okay, let's go take a look. Okay, so here's our flat Earth map in the dark, and here's our sun. Now, John's saying that if the sun's out, the whole Earth has to light up, which is not true. On the flat Earth model, the sun is small and local. So, and this time I'm going to use a little tiny light this time, the smallest one I can find. I think it's still too bright. But anyway, here's where the sun is at 11:15 UTC time at what we're talking about. So now let's lift it straight up. Now you see, the whole Earth is lit up except for Australia over there. So it makes total sense here, but it doesn't make any sense on a ball because there's too many things on the back side that can't be lit up when it does it perfectly here. And it has a fade, right? There's a fade here going on. So let's say you were standing here in Africa and the sun is coming around, like you're in the dark right now because the whole thing's not lit up. The light doesn't light up the whole Earth. And then as it's coming around, you see daylight right here before you actually even see the sun. And then it comes right up and boom, 12 o'clock. The whole place is lit up. So here it's possible. On the ball, as stated, I think it's not possible. Okay, I hope I explained it better this time. I'm going to go with no to the globe.
And it's very easy to prove him wrong. I have chosen 4 locations on the globe: Ushuaia, Argentina, Cape Town, South Africa, Oban in New Zealand, and Svolvær in Lofoten, Norway. Let's look at the 22nd of December this year. Ushuaia 17 hours and 20 minutes, Cape Town 14 hours 25 minutes, Oban 15 hours and 53 minutes, and Svolvær, Lofoten, Norway 0 hours 0 minutes. Let's look at the flat Earth map once more. And here we have those numbers on the flat Earth map. And if we place a red circle here, inside this area all places have sun at the same time. And if we add this green circle inside this, it's dark 24 hours per day. This is not possible on a flat Earth with a small and local spotlight sun. And I have chosen cities where it lives people that you can take you with public transportation. So good luck, flat earthers, to debunk this one.
Destroy.
Oh dear, this was really stupid. I surprised that any flat earthers tried to use the sun as evidence for their silly flat earth, because all places that I showed in this video they can visit, there are no armed penguins forcing them back if they try to enter any of those cities. So if they placed one flat earther on each place at the same time, they could by their own eyes see that these don't work on a flat earth. Oh dear. Thank you very much for visiting my channel, looking at my video. If you liked it, please subscribe, become a member, or just come back next time I'm showing a video. Have a great day, see you soon, bye.